with people doing this research the way that they do and attempting to help people, are they doing good or are they doing harm?
I think when people have ghostly encounters that are, for the most part, for people, pretty terrifying, it's nice to be able to reach out and have support from other people, and just some sort of almost like a support group, someone to talk about, someone to vent. So, sometimes if you just tell your friends or your coworkers, they might look at you like you're crazy. But having someone to reach out to and do that is a positive thing. I will say, because I work in the mental health field, that if you get a call from somebody who wants you to come out and investigate their house, you don't know what you're getting into. You could have someone who could have some sort of mental health issue like delusions, and you could be feeding into those delusions. And in other words, if you come in with your equipment and say, yeah, there's demons and ghosts here, then the person who has this mental issue could, well, look, there's actually demons and stuff in my house. I'm right. The psychiatrist and all these people are wrong. I'll stop taking my meds. And then you could feed into delusions like that, and that could really hurt a person. So I'm kind of on the fence. I do like how it shifted away from going into people's homes and doing these investigations, and it's kind of gone towards going to public haunted houses, like
right.
prisons and things like that.
Which I feel a little better about. Yeah.
I think it's better, and you don't want to go. I would be nervous to go into people's houses, because you're dealing with so many variables when you do that.
Mm-hmm. That's been my thing for a long time. I will get people that will send me private cases that they want me to check out, and I will if it's somebody that I know and I trust and I know them already. But generally, I have no interest in going into a stranger's home. I don't even like to go I don't like it when I go to a yard sale. I'm a big yard sale guy. I don't like it when I go into their yard sale and they're like, oh, there's more stuff in the basement. There's more stuff in the garage. I'm like, no, I'm good in the driveway. Thank you.
Yeah, let's stay out here. Exactly. Yeah, and it's just, there's too much going on. And I think for someone who's not really, trained in how to manage crisis if it happens, you could be really out of your league in a way.
The other thing, too, is a lot, you'd mentioned that you don't understand, you don't know what issues people may have when you're going into their home. We've tried for years, and especially in the early days of doing this show, for there to be kind of a standardized list of questions that an investigator should ask a homeowner if they are going to go into their home, or, just anybody that they're getting involved in researching their case. And it's for more than, if it's for helping them as opposed to just going out and having your own experiences. And one of the things that we've always pushed for is that you should ask what type of medications that people are on, and don't be afraid if you go into their home. It's almost like it's not an invasion of privacy to open their medicine cabinet if they're putting you into this position to help them out, because you need to know these things. And so as much as you want to walk around with your Hans Holzer book and your, picture yourself ghost hunting and all these other research manuals that you may have for what it is that you're doing out in the field, you should also have the big book of pills as part of your research. And you should know what it is that people are taking and how it could be affecting their lives and maybe causing some of these manifestations.
Yeah. And I think that those are legitimate questions to ask. But, sometimes people just might not answer them, or they might not tell you the truth. That's the other thing.
Right.
You got to trust the person. But, I have seen cases where, people have gone into the house and things have actually worked out to the positive. Like they found, overwhelming electromagnetic fields, or, some sort of abnormality that could cause long-term health effects. So I've seen positives come out of the situation as well. Because I think even if you have a caseworker or, a professional go into the house, they're looking at certain things when they ask their questions. They're not looking at the environment and how that can affect a person.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes these paranormal investigators are actually looking at the environment and taking readings, and they can find these high EMF levels and fluctuations, and the homeowner can get that addressed, and then things might go pretty well after that.
I mean, there was a case that my co-host Matt Moniz, who's normally here, but he's under the weather tonight, he got a call for a case, and he called me and he said, listen, I know that you've never gone on a quote-unquote demonic case, And he's using that term as the way that the person is describing it, not the way he would. But he's saying, I know you've never gone onto one of these cases before, and I think that this might be a good chance for you to kind of get your feet wet on it. And so we were looking into it, and then a couple weeks go by, and he's meeting with the people, he's looking into the case, and he calls me up and he says, listen, we're not going to be doing that case. There's nothing wrong there. There's just some bad stuff going on with this family, and they're looking for a scapegoat for what they have as their own problems. And that's the problem I think that a lot of these weekend ghost hunters have, is that they're just so excited to get the case and to have the opportunity to help and to do the research, that they're not realizing that sometimes you're just a tool in somebody else's dysfunction.